Hello everyone. Hello. It is us. We're actually in VR this time. We have functioning microphones. We have Nox. It's him. It's him. Bony boy. Oh, I know. I don't like that phrase. But anyways, welcome to the Wohcast. I am so glad you are all here to christen us with episode number 1, the beginning arc. This is going to be like at the start of an anime when the main character gets introduced. We are the main characters of the Wohcast. I am your lovely, your splendid hostess with not the mostest. I don't have tits. Sno. And I'm joined by my lovely co-host. Why are you looking at me like that? Nox. But yeah, if you guys didn't see, or if anybody watching hasn't seen episode 0 yet, the VOD is posted on my YouTube channel. Episode 0, I forgot what I fucking named the video. It's scuffed already, just like how it should be. Anyways, episode 0 of a Wohcast. How is everybody in chat doing today? Y'all doing well? I hope y'all doing well. I'm doing fantastic. I've actually been productive today. I don't know about you. I've done a lot of cleaning. That's pretty much what my day has been. Just cleaned the house. It's been pretty good. Have you done anything interesting? Any new souls harvested? Bones collected? I don't know if that's a yes or not. So I'm gonna assume it is. Whoa.
Back.
Oh, you're back. Your internet does not like us today on the one day we plan to actually do something.
I know, but it's like every other time. It's like throughout the day.
Yeah, literally. Fine. If we did this like in the afternoon, it would have no issues. But because I was busy until now, everything's breaking.
Yeah.
At least on the plus side, at least VR works this time.
Oh yeah. I think VR is working fine for me. It's just Discord.
Oh, is it just Discord? We're gonna start the podcast.
Yeah, that's close enough.
Now that things are working. So we got a couple. We're actually planned today. Like I have a Google Doc open with our topics for today. Me being prepared. It's awesome. But we're gonna start off with just a couple simple things. So Nox, I got a question for you. Growing up, what was your most favorite or least favorite childhood game? Because I got a few I really enjoyed. I got a few I don't enjoy. I got some I still play to this day. I actually did play one of them today. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. What's your most favorite childhood game? What is wrong with Discord today? Another thing I'm gonna talk about. I fucking hate Discord. Turn on my voices and oh, he's gone. Oh, my co-host has fucking died. Oh shit. Nox is fucking dead. Part 2. That changes my plans a little bit. Well, this is off to a great start. Hot take: Discord sucks. I honestly, if I could, I would have used my TeamSpeak server. How much do you love Discord?
My profile, what is the profile biography or whatever, talk about me, is literally Discord is an abomination. That is literally my bio.
That is very funny. Mine, I think, is still just whoa. I think that's all mine is. But
yeah,
the question I wanted to start off the stream with was, what is your favorite or least favorite childhood game, and do you still play it today, or to this day?
My favorite. Well, I have a couple of favorites. Stuff that I've always kept playing, which was Skyrim and the Assassin's Creed Ezio trilogy.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, it's like I Skyrim because mods at this point now. It's like I skip the story because I have like probably over 1,000 hours in Skyrim.
It's also Skyrim. Who hasn't like watched or partaken in the story of Skyrim at this point? How old? Like how old is Skyrim itself? Wasn't it like
2011?
I was gonna say, wasn't it like 2011? I thought it was 2013.
Yeah, 2011.
But I don't think
Yeah,
I've
because
ever. I think I've only finished like one full playthrough of Skyrim. Every time else, I just get distracted
Yeah.
with
For
the
me,
amount of just sheer mods I add into the game.
Yeah, I play like I first played it on Xbox, so I only had the vanilla story, no
Oh, hell
DLC
yeah.
or anything. So it's like I play through the campaign literally as only the 2 beast race in that game.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
so-
lie, that doesn't surprise me knowing you.
Yeah, so it's like I beat the campaign like multiple times, and
Yeah.
I still haven't. I have the whole collection. It's like I have an anthology of the Elder Scrolls.
Oh
and,
shit.
like, I still haven't beaten the DLC for Skyrim at all.
I did finish Build a House. I finished that DLC before. I did build a house. I don't think
Well,
I
the way
finished
I-
any of the other ones.
The way I usually play games is like I start off a section and try to complete everything in that small section. But Skyrim, it doesn't work like that. You have to keep going farther out to do other things or to complete quests. And it's
Yeah.
like, and then I want to start completing quests in that section that I'm in, and it's like and then it drives me to another area that I have to go to.
Skyrim very much feeds my small. No, hello Arm. What are you doing? Feeds my small infantile crow brain, because it's like you said. You go to like say you go from Whiterun to Riften. You do a quest in Riften, and then you get a bunch of side quests in Riften, and then you want to go do those side quests, and that takes you to somewhere else, and you say, oh, I'm going to do a side quest in here. And then you have an entire quest list that's like 4 pages long.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I love it.
I do
I
too.
love
It's like The Witcher with me, because I'll
Yeah,
get
but-
like a side quest and do it, and it'll take me to a new area, and I'll say, oh, I can get more quests here.
But while I love Skyrim, it's honestly not a great game.
No.
I would it's borderline a good serviceable game.
Yes, it is also a very good platform for mods.
Oh yeah, definitely. They made it really easy to mod Skyrim.
Yeah, that's one thing I wish like some more modern games did. And I think we're gonna see like games that come out with a big modding scene as well. Like Cyberpunk is gonna have a like eventually when it gets settled and the game
Yeah.
gets fixed more. I feel like it's gonna have a pretty good modding scene just because it is actively like Skyrim with its quests.
I played a bit of Cyberpunk. I never got past like the beginning. What was it? Before you get Johnny.
Oh yeah.
I didn't complete that because I just kept doing all the side quests just to get my style up, to get legendary guns, and I was overpowering myself.
Yeah, the game definitely had a bit of a power creep issue. But to be fair, Skyrim can as well.
Oh, Skyrim easily can.
Like,
It's just
if you know how to
except
play the
for
game.
certain classes.
Oh yeah.
If you want to do illusion magic, you're fucked.
Yeah, but if you want to be meta and do stealth archer, you have literally no issues.
Yeah, definitely. It's like I have to restrict myself for certain things. It's like for every build.
Yeah.
It's like one of them is like I was just only sword and board with heavy armor.
Ooh.
Another one, actually, honestly, that's what I keep using. It's
Hell
like it's
yeah.
either that because magic, vanilla magic, is so fucking boring.
It is. That's why there's a lot of mods that replace vanilla magic.
Yeah, and it's like I have ordinator perk mod list, whatever thing
Yeah.
that expands it. That just makes everything new. It makes everything.
It
better.
does.
It's
It
like
makes the fucking skill
smithing-
tree look like
Yeah.
or fucking Hoi 4.
Yeah,
It really does.
it's so great. And
It's awesome. I enjoy it.
Such a bitch that I just use cheats for perks.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like you're not gonna. I'm just like that.
Yeah.
It's like I'm very quick to cheat in my games, especially if it's a single player. Because
Yeah.
it's like for stuff like money, perk points, and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, yeah, it kind of ruins the balance a bit. But it's like games
Oh,
like Skyrim.
yeah.
It was never balanced in the first
No.
place. So it's like, and then the mods can easily rebalance that for you.
Skyrim's just a good example of that, to be honest. Yeah. What would you say is your least favorite game from your childhood, if you remember any?
Honestly, I didn't have any games I didn't like.
I feel like that's kind of the same for me, because when I was writing up the questions a few days ago, I was like, I mean, this would be cool to talk about, but I don't personally remember many games I didn't like as a kid, because I feel like it's one of those, because I was a child and I was playing a video game, I was having fun with it. There's like games I don't like now, and the games I just hate at the moment, but I don't think I can remember specifically anything like from when I was growing up that I didn't like. If anything, maybe like one of those like shitty DS games
I didn't like.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's a lot of fucking mechanics I don't like
in certain games, but it's like the game overall was like, it was fine. It's like there were so many games on the original Xbox I had that I really enjoy. It was like, there was a Batman beat 'em up.
Oh hell yeah. Bro, I just had Lego Batman.
Yeah, you just had Lego Batman.
I had Lego Batman on a Nintendo DS.
I had a DS and then it broke.
My DS Lite I got from launch day for the DS Lite still works. No issues with it whatsoever. I've taken such good care of it.
I got the original DS for Christmas at one point / birthday, because my birthday is like 2 weeks away from Christmas.
Yours is pretty close.
Yeah, and it's like the first thing my younger brothers did, he tried putting the charger in.
No.
He fucking broke it. He broke the inside of the piece.
Oh, pain. Pain Pecco.
Yeah.
Pain Pecco.
So I got a new one, which was in black. So yeah.
Mine is the OG silver DS Lite. I never had like the original DS. I had and this is one of the reasons I love this game, is growing up, one of my cousins had a lime green Game Boy Color, and it had, I forget what all the other games was, but it had the Link's Awakening DX on it. That game was so good. I was given that thing. I have no idea where it is now. I don't think we have it anymore, which sucks because I'd love to play it. But whenever I would go over there, I would play Link's Awakening, and I got to take it on some car rides, and it was so cool. Because at that time, nothing had backlit screens. So it was like a dark car ride. My brother was asleep. I was just sitting there, little mini Sno, just leaning at the window, trying to use the lights from streetlights to light up the screen so I could see what I was doing.
I had a Game Boy Advance and I did the same thing.
Oh god, I still kind of want a Game Boy Advance SP. I kind of really want one. We're just cool. I
had one. I think it's really old. It was like whenever I was in Belgium.
Oof.
So that's old. Like, I didn't leave Belgium until I was 5.
This is gonna make me go down a nostalgia trip. This is gonna make me charge my DS tomorrow. Honestly,
I can't remember where my DS is, but I know I can turn it on, but the screen doesn't show anything.
Oof. I think the only issue is with mine, other than like cosmetic wear, is like all of the hinges still work perfectly fine. There's no issues with the hinges. I think it's just the headphone jack doesn't work with it anymore. I think that's the only thing wrong with my DS. You know how they had like the little like fake insert card for Game Boys?
Yeah.
I still have mine. Everybody I know who has a DS still doesn't. They all lost it. I don't think I have a stylus though. Or I do, and it's in a fucking box somewhere. I know you can still get replacement parts for them, which is kind of fun.
Like you sit down?
I sat down in a chair. We can't turn collisions off in this world. It fucking sucks. But yeah.
Great for me since I'm in desktop
mode,
so
you don't have the hands DLC. I don't know.
I just kind of wish that the DS cartridges weren't so fucking small.
Yeah.
Because I lost one to a friend. I gave it to her and she never gave it back to me.
Oof.
And then I lost Kingdom Hearts Fractions in my old house, and I have never been able to find it anywhere.
See, I never got into Kingdom Hearts.
Me neither.
The only thing I know about Kingdom Hearts is Barry Kramer, the old editor for Game Grumps, did like free videos on Kingdom Hearts, and I watched all of them, and I still have no idea what the fuck happens in that series.
It makes no.
It makes no sense.
I have friends who's really into Kingdom Hearts.
And I did too.
They start explaining shit, and it's like
I don't get it.
It doesn't make sense.
It's so confusing.
And it's like you also have to play or watch or whatever the side games.
Oh yeah.
to just even get a little
What
bit
is
of
it,
the
like
main story, it's like
138 doors or something? Some shit like that.
it's there's like 6 side games to it, or
Yeah.
6 or 5 side games. It's like one's a card game, one is Fractions, which is a DLC, not DLC. Well, it's not called Fractions. It's like 356 and a half
Oh
days.
fuck yeah, that one.
Yeah, I just call it everyone just calls it Fractions
Because the
it's a
names are
fraction.
so asinine.
Yeah,
It's like,
and
I don't know if anybody here knows Sony, the company that fucking makes a PlayStation. They have like wireless headphones and like headphones and shit. The naming conventions for them are so goddamn bad. Like the true wireless earbuds I have that I use with my phone were called the Sony WF-XM1000s. No, it's WF-1000 XM Freeze.
oh my god,
How do I tell that to someone? Like, I don't get it. Just call them like the Sony buds. Like, is that so hard? That's one thing, like, I'm glad, like, the games I've played growing up were like simple for my child brain to understand. One example I love using is Team Fortress 2. What kind of game is it? Well, there's 2 teams and they defend fortresses. It's pretty easy. That's why I've spent too much time and money in that game.
yeah, you do.
I think I've spent, at least in total, I've spent more money on War Thunder. I think.
Why?
Because that game, War Thunder is already pain. Premiums help ease the pain. I would say that is probably my, like, out of all of the games I play, my favorite, like both TF2 and War Thunder are both my favorite games, but my least favorite games. For completely different reasons. TF2 I just wholeheartedly love. I love the characters, I like the gameplay, I love the universe, the community. I hate the developers. I hate Valve because they have done nothing to it other than adding like the yearly Halloween, Christmas, and summer loot boxes. That's it. And it's all most of it is community made content anyways.
It's like, from what I understand with how Valve develops, it's like they're not gonna release something until it's perfect for them.
Well, I think at the moment there's like maybe one intern working on the TF2 team.
Isn't it with Alex? They like restarted a whole bunch of times.
Oh yeah, Alex
right?
took a while to develop.
Yeah, because Valves are perfectionists.
Yeah, Valve's like me editing. It's why none of my videos come out.
Well, Valve is like the good. I shouldn't say the good old days, but the better days of game development.
Yeah, I would agree with that. In the modern gaming scene, yeah.
Yeah.
Just because it's like they put a lot of time, effort, and care into their products.
Well, they're also advancing in a lot of technology.
Oh yeah, like VR face tracking for one of them, which I would love to have, but I cannot afford. I do, like, I love Valve's hardware. I would love to have a lot of it, like an Index, Steam Deck, shit like that. But like, I feel like this Cyber Monday, I'm gonna be spending a lot of money. Yeah. Again, it's not fun. What else do we have? Let me consult my my notebook here that you can't see, my ethereal notebook. I'm holding it in my hand. You can't see it, chat. Another one was, and we kind of touched on this a little bit while we were discussing Skyrim, is favorite and least favorite game mechanics, because Jesus,
there's so many
I fucking hate. But so many I love. I'm gonna do one that anybody who's played the game fucking like consistently agrees with. Random crits in TF2. Fuck those. You have no idea how frustrating it is to, if you play like an engineer or like a scout, like a light class that doesn't have a high health pool, you think you got a one up on somebody, you got the jump on him, you're hitting your shots. Like, TF2 is all about mechanical aim. If you can't aim, you're bad at the game. I'm not bad at the game. I feel like I got the one up on somebody, and then they pull a click out of their shotgun, point it at me, they get a random crit, and it kills me fucking instantly. It is the most infuriating goddamn thing in TF2. The bots? Whatever. It is what it is. they're kind of funny sometimes. Random crits is the epitome of, if it's happening to me, I hate it. If I'm doing it to somebody, it's awesome. It's fucking, I could do an entire, like, more of a rant than I'm already doing on random crits. You have no idea. I played TF2 since 2016. Okay, Tommy brought up a good one. But I'm gonna bounce off of Gaijin adding shit to War Thunder that doesn't need to be added is also a fantastic game mechanic. No issues whatsoever with War Thunder. It's a perfect game. Nothing's wrong with it. Trust me.
Yeah. I just find War Thunder boring.
War Thunder is boring when you play it by yourself, at least in my opinion. Conceptually, I love War Thunder. I love the idea of it. Like, having a game where you can be, like, driving a tank, you can be, like, be pinned down by, like, a couple enemies, you need some help. If you're squatting with someone, you can say, hey, there's these people here, tell them where they are, and they can do a bombing run for you, or a gun run, or a cast run. It's such a cool concept with such poor execution, especially the most recent updates. Like you probably haven't experienced it because you don't have top tier yet, but they added drones to the game so you can relive the Kunduz Hospital incident in game.
Can you even say that on stream?
Probably not, but whatever. It's fine.
Well, it was during Obama's time, so they love it.
Oh, true. True. As long as we're not talking about the old man over Dorito, we're fine. But they added, if you get, I think it's like if you can get like 2 kills, you can spawn in a drone, which effectively gets 2 Hellfire missiles, which from where they like hit, you're going to be attacking from above. So the missile is going to top down the tank anyways. So it's pretty much a guaranteed 2 kills. It is the most boring shit ever to play Drone Thunder because you spawn stupidly high up. You have a super zoom camera and you have to have your drone pointing, like the nose of a drone pointing at where you want to hit basically. And after you run out of your missiles, you can't rearm, or well, you can rearm, but it takes a stupidly long time to. It's awful, especially because it used to be, I think this was only on the dev server for War Thunder, but a drone used to be the same price as like a ground attack aircraft. It's just brain dead easy, which is just it's not fun.
No, I don't. It doesn't sound like it.
It's not. I mean, to be fair, top tier has its moments of being fun. Like if me and the boys are rolling around in stupid little wheeled rat cars, that's pretty fun. Every other part of it is not. That's why I still stand by the statement of the battle ratings of 3.0 to 5.0 are the best BR in War Thunder, because it's low enough to where the tanks are like, there's some like tanks that are obviously just better than the others because German players can't actually play the game and they're bad at it, but it's just more fair because everything's like, you don't get a laser rangefinder, you can't like click a button, shoot somebody across the map and get an insta-kill. You actually have to either wait for your range-finding to be done or just take a complete guess on where your round is going. It's like actually fun. It actually rewards you knowing your vehicle and not, hey, I'm gonna buy this premium, click a laser rangefinder button, click the fire button and probably kill something. It's an issue. I need to stop playing War Thunder.
Yeah.
I need to find another game that isn't War Thunder to replace War Thunder.
I don't think there is.
There isn't.
Any game.
Gunner Heat PC isn't far enough yet. The game itself is really good. Like, the mechanics in it are so much better than War Thunder. But there's no multiplayer yet. And I think DCS, you can technically ride around in armor. But it's like, it's not going to be the same. We love that. What are some of your... Now that I've like gone off and finished my tangent, what do you not like in game mechanics? What are some game mechanics you fucking hate, Nox?
I can't give any examples, but game mechanics exact that I don't like, but it's like anything that just makes it more tedious to play the game.
Oh my god! Hey, like War Thunder.
Yeah, but it's like it it goes out of its way that it's like doing this process just takes the fun out of everything.
Yeah.
It makes the game longer than it should be. I honestly can't think of a exact game mechanic that does this.
I would honestly say
But it
Elite
would
Dangerous
probably
does that a
be-
little bit.
I
I think
haven't
that'd be
played that
my
game, but-
example.
Yeah.
Just because
like-
within a day of like grinding in Elite, I got to the Anaconda, then I got, or the Python, then the Anaconda. Just because I wanted to multi-crew with some friends.
Mhm.
But if I want to get the next ship, or if I want to make my ship better, I have to grind out reputation with a certain faction by doing missions for this faction, doing things for this faction. But I have to spend my time grinding to get the money to buy these things. But I also have to get resources for these people so they can make me better things for my ship. Why can't I just buy the thing? Just let me buy the thing. I have the money to. Let me buy.
Like the things that comes off the top of my head is MMOs.
Oh yeah.
It's
God.
like MMOs make things well, recently it's much more going on to the experience of not solo play, but yeah, kind of like solo play, but that's been going on since 1998.
Yeah, a little
But
bit.
it's gotten much more drastic during the last like 10 years, where single player, you play the game by yourself,
Yeah.
and then you join raids or dungeons in whatever game that they call it. You just play with those random people for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes in a raid, and then you go off to complete a mission or anything, or get resources, and then you go off and do your own thing.
Yeah. I think that's a reason I never really got into like MMORPGs myself. Because I like group-oriented games.
Well,
Obviously,
MMOs can be.
yeah.
It's just I didn't have friends to play MMO, so I've been playing these games by myself, and it's like I just get so bored very quickly with
Yeah.
with the game mechanics, even though the story could be pretty good, even though I don't read it because it's an MMO.
I mean, yeah.
It's like, I know Final Fantasy has a story. I do not give a single shit about the characters.
Yeah. Part of me wants to get into 14, but part of me also
Mhm.
doesn't want to pay the subscription cost of 14.
I think like the base game or whatever, like until a certain expansion.
Yeah, you
I
can
think
play
the
up to level 60, but you
Yeah,
can't be a
I'm
cute little
halfway
bunny
there.
boy, which sucks.
That you have to pay for that.
You have to pay for being a bunny boy, which is all I would want to be, is a bunny boy. Because cat girls, basic. Bunny boys, not basic.
Oh yeah, in 14, I know there's like a flying mechanic
Oh, yeah.
in the game,
Yeah,
but it's
there
like
is.
it's very tedious to
Mhm.
unlock it for each area.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you have to unlock it in each area. You first have to go to a certain place in that area, and then whatever.
It's a little bit pain.
It's tedious.
That's one thing I didn't really like about MMOs is like, part of me does like the concept of if I do thing number go up, like Diablo or
Yeah.
games like that. But like, I think it was just because I had really bad experiences with MMOs early on.
Mhm.
And I just haven't found anything I enjoy with the genre for MMORPGs, that is, not just like massive multiplayer online games in general, because technically VR chat is an MMO, technically, but just like the only like I think it was just because I had a like bad experience with games like Black Desert, where it just
I've
made me
never-
not want to play the game.
I do not touch Korean games.
I
Those
don't.
games are just terrible.
They look really good. Like Black Desert
Yeah.
visually looks really, really good.
Oh yeah,
And
I
like
have
the,
friends who play it.
the combat wasn't like bad. It was just, what the fuck am I doing? What the fuck do I do in this game?
Yeah.
Because for those who haven't played it, Black Desert, there's so much shit. There's so much shit you can do in that
It's
game.
bloat. It's to me it's just bloat. It's just
Yeah.
they out of an idea, they're putting it in the game. It's like they had the PvP battle royale thing that was
Oh,
in
yeah.
the game. They took it out of the game to make it a spin-off, and then that failed because they took it out of the game and nobody wanted to do
Another install of it, essentially.
another install basically of something that was in the game,
Yeah.
and it's like it died off. And And because people were playing it, they canceled whatever plans they had for
Yeah.
it, and then it's like it's ridiculous. It's like
Black Desert
I
is honestly like the War Thunder and Gaijin of the MMO RPG world, because Gaijin will just add shit that doesn't need to be added, like
And
the
it-
entire Finnish subtree in Sweden. Anyways,
And then I just have a problem with Korean MMOs in general. With it's like you pay for everything to get everything.
yeah,
Basically, it's like it is predatory.
it is.
But Koreans just fucking accept it for goddamn reason. Probably because they're all depressed from being overworked and dying.
I mean, me too, but for different reasons. But yeah, God, it's just one of those. The game looks really, really pretty, and part of me probably could get into it if I wanted to. But that also, the other part of me says my brain is too small for this. I'm gonna go play TF2 instead. Literally. That's why I have so many. That's why TF2 is my most played game, and why GTA 5 is my second most played games. Because both of them are what I call brain off. I don't have to have any complex thoughts while playing those games. GTA especially.
I like playing RPGs and strategy games.
I don't. Like, Hoi 4 confuses the fuck out of me. I don't know how to play Hoi 4. I am bad at, like, goddamn chair again. I am bad at, like, real-time strategy or grand strategy games. So I told Ornar if he ever wants me to play Victoria free, he's gonna have to get Paradox to sponsor me, just because it would not be like enjoyable because I'm just dumb.
I only have 2 Paradox games. Crusader Kings 2 and Stellaris.
I have Stellaris, I have CK2, I have Hoi 4. I think those are the only Paradox games I technically have. There might be more, but
I don't like Paradox as a company and their policies with or how they do their DLCs.
oh yeah, neither
At
do
all.
I.
It's fucking atrocious. It is disgusting.
I don't
Especially
really
with
buy
Crusader
DLCs
Kings
just
2.
because unless it's a game I really, really like and really enjoy and want more content out of, that's when I'll
Yeah.
buy a DLC, or if it's a really fucking good sale.
Yeah,
Only
oh,
two
yeah,
scenarios I buy
definitely.
DLC for.
It's like if they like do package, it's like you get whatever edition that I'll get those, especially whenever that's on sale.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it's like Crusader Kings 2, it's like all the especially like massive gameplay improvements are
Behind
in
a
the
paywall.
DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is
That's
it's
one
like,
thing I fucking hate when developers put like things that would fix the game behind a paywall. What I equate it to is, and this is like some old shit that I don't think people do much anymore, because like Patreon exists now and like stuff like that, other ways for people to monetize content. But one thing, and I don't know if this was just the communities I was in on the early days of Twitch, but there was people like, if you wanted to use voice activation in their Discord, you had to be like a tier 3 sub. And it's like locking basic features behind a paywall. Mind you,
wait, what?
if you're smart like me, you can just use a macro on a push to talk button to have it constantly opening and constantly have it held open. That happened to me in a couple communities I was in. Was if you wanted to have like basic features of Discord, you had to be like a subscriber, which is fucking stupid.
It is. It's ridiculously stupid. I don't understand how. I'm just gonna grumble like an old fucking person.
You are old.
I'm 23.
You're older than me,
24
therefore
in
you're
2
old.
months. I'll be 24 in 2 months.
You are 3 years older than me, old man, lol.
Oh my god.
This is why you're the jaded boomer on the show and I'm the zoomer on the show. I'm gonna have to lock my doors tonight, aren't I?
Yes.
Oh, fuck. But yeah,
Make
what
sure
are
you have
some,
enough.
do you have any hot takes at the moment for any new games, Nox?
Hot takes.
Like, your spiciest takes are just coming right out of the oven. I want to start some discourse.
I don't know if it's spicy, but I really do not like Modern Warfare 2 campaign.
Oh, for the remaster?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Wasn't it? They changed, like, a lot of shit.
They changed so much shit.
Yeah,
It's
that's...
like it's like the Iran terrorists is working with Mexican sicarios or cartels, and
I know what a
and it's-
Sicario is. I played Project Wingman.
Okay. And then it's like Ghost wears this fucking mask thing instead of having a skull balaclava and shades. He looks like a fucking Halloween costume person.
Let's go.
And then the story, it's like I don't like some of the characters, especially the female Sicario or cartel person. They try to make her act like tough as shit, and it's like I'm rolling my eyes every time she speaks. She's not convincing me that she's a fucking bloodthirsty cartel person.
That's like, isn't the entire point of like remastering a game, and this is like my personal opinion on it, why the fuck are you changing things about the story?
Yeah.
Why?
It's like, because here's the thing, from what I heard, it's from G-Man Lives, or whatever his name is. It's like they are going for quote unquote much more grounded, even though it's all fucking bullshit.
It's Call of Duty.
I know, instead of like a Hollywood bombastic kind of story. But it's like Call of Duty is bombastic. It's supposed to be like, it's like, I know some people are fucking gonna go on a tism if I ever say this on Twitter, but Call of Duty is like, it's like the celebration of military. It is of like the cool shit that the military can do.
One of my favorite, and I forget where I heard this, one of my favorite like descriptions of Call of Duty, as it was explained to somebody, is it's like an 80s action movie of a military video game.
Yeah.
That's what Call of Duty is to me.
It's so fun. It's like the story is simple. You get to play as these fucking hard-ass military people that's just mowing down everybody that they see.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just good fun. It's like the story doesn't have to be...
It doesn't have to be grounded in fucking reality.
Yeah.
I'm playing Call of Duty, not Arma Free. Like, if I wanted to play a realistic military shooter, I would go play Squad. I would go play, like, well, I can't really say Pavlov because Pavlov's a fucking shit show. But I would go play Arma Free, or I would go play Squad if I wanted full realism, or if I wanted some like a very grounded in reality experience. If I want to go just be a one-man goddamn army, do some goofy aha shit, I'm gonna go play COD. I'm gonna go play Battlefield. If I want to play the goofiest aha shit, I'm gonna go play Bad Company 2. The goofiest aha fucking game I can think of for that genre.
It's like the story in the Modern Warfare 2 was great. From
what I've heard, it was really good.
The story, the mission structure was really great.
I feel like out of all of the like Call of Duty games, I've heard the most references and quotes from Modern Warfare 1 and 2 from the story.
No Russian.
Literally, like, no Russian. One of the most iconic memes from the franchise.
Oh my god. I'm gonna spoil it, but they fucking put no Russian at the end credits.
Bruh.
And it's like on the airplane of the president's...
I've never played
the Russian president.
Sorry. Look,
okay.
growing up, I wasn't allowed an Xbox. I had a Nintendo Wii.
Okay.
The story has been explained to me.
I played Call of Duty 4
I played
on the Wii.
I played World at War on the Wii.
I played Call of Duty 3 on the Wii.
I didn't know there was 4 and 3. I played World at War, though. That was fun. Yeah. That's where I first heard my first Grand Ping. Still remember it to this day. I feel like it's one of those just in recently, like... They want to re-engineer games that are already good, and it just turns them bad.
Yeah, like I could go off a little bit. It's about Modern Warfare 2, 2021 to 22. But it's like they redid complete mission structure. They combined some of them of the really good ones that just made it feel half-made. Oh my god, the AI are dumb as shit.
Is it better or worse than Stalker AI? Like Stalker Anomaly AI, not like the...
I'd rather play with Stalker Anomaly AI, honestly.
Oh god, that's how you know it's bad.
But here's the thing, and it's like I've only seen stuff on Veteran because they locked realistic.
Wait,
you can't
really?
play realistic. Yeah, that you can't play realistic off the bat. Yeah, you have to
What?
play Veteran.
That's fucking
before
dumb.
you can unlock it.
I
yeah.
don't like... I'm gonna interrupt you and go off on my own tangent.
Okay. Yeah, I don't like that either.
Fucking hate it when a game doesn't let you play on the hardest difficulty. Like, if I want a challenge, why are you not letting me play it on the most difficult difficulty? Is that just like, oh, it's not that hard? Like, oh, I just have to beat the mode before it? But like, if it's like a 30-hour game, which generally it isn't, if I want to play on the hardest difficulty, I have to go through the entire campaign.
Yeah.
Which, like, how long is a campaign of Modern Warfare 2? Like, it's not a super short campaign.
It's not that long, but it's not that short either. I would say it's above 5 hours.
Yeah, so
probably
if you want to play
if you're playing on veteran first, it's probably going to take you 8-9 hours because you're going to get fucking shot at from AIs that have fucking super aim.
Yeah, motherfucking TF2 spin bots on God.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those, why are you stopping me from playing the game how I want to?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like difficulty really shouldn't be locked behind like a previous difficulty. It's one of those things, it's like Doom Eternal. It'll tell you if you're gonna suffer or not, but it's not gonna stop you. Like, the game knows how hard it is.
This is a side thing. It's like I have a problem with just game difficulty in general, because nothing's balanced.
No.
None of it's balanced for the actual difficulty that you're playing.
Yeah, I've found out with some games as well.
It's like, yeah, it's a problem that they really need to start actually thinking.
Yeah, there's been some, oh, this is just too blatantly easy, but I'm on like hard.
You bump it up, yeah, and then you bump it up to, there's a problem, it's like, this is really easy, bump it up one more difficulty. Oh my fucking god, what the fuck is happening?
Oh my god, lights and colors everywhere.
Yeah, that's whenever they don't really balance out the difficulty for that difficulty selection.
Yeah, it's like, there is, like, in Elite Dangerous, obviously you have your spaceship. The AI in Elite Dangerous, the scaling is so fucking weird. Like, you can have, like, say, like, typically I do bounty hunting in Elite, just because it's fun. The ship combat, it's not terrible, but it's not, like, outstanding. But it's like, there's, like, a novice I can kill within, like, whatever, it's, like, not too hard, I can kill them in a little bit without using any of my support. But then I get to something that would be like reasonably comparable to me, like my level and my skill level and my ship, and they completely wipe me because, I don't know. It's one of those, okay, I see this target, they're not a super high threat, they don't have as good as a ship as me, I have better guns, I have better shields, I have better heat retention, recovery, everything. But just because of how Elite's AI is, they just completely wipe you. And it's not an issue you would run into with a regular player. I don't know what it is. I would say another game that also does like difficulty scaling kind of poorly is GTA. At least in like the heists.
Yeah, I've never finished a GTA
game. I have.
I honestly, I didn't like the driving in any of the GTA games.
They're not good. Were you on mouse and keyboard or controller though?
Controller.
Oh.
And I didn't like the stories. I didn't like the characters. I didn't like the stories.
I have almost 700 hours in GTA 5. I still have not finished the story of GTA 5. I think I played through maybe 20 minutes, like, I don't know, maybe 20 hours into the story. And I just said, I don't find this interesting. I'm just gonna go play multiplayer. And the rest of my hours has been in GTA Online. I find I had more enjoyment in the heists in GTA Online than in actually playing GTA, the story. Hopefully, like, when 6 inevitably comes out and I'm gonna buy it because, well, it's me.
Yeah, the same thing with
hopefully
Bethesda.
The story in 6 is gonna be good. That's all I'm kind of hoping for. One thing I think was really funny, and I don't know if you saw these, you know how this, like, some of GTA 6 got leaked?
Yeah, that whole AI kind of like demo, that bug room, not bug room, but that basically is like tech. Here's the basic things. We just need to run through this kind of stuff to make sure mechanics are working correctly.
Yeah. My favorite thing with that entire fucking thing was like people saying, "Oh, the game looks unfinished. What the fuck is Rockstar doing?" It's like it's leaked footage of a game in development. Of course it's not gonna look finished.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, I hate the gaming community sometimes.
I hate Twitter.
Oh fuck, I hate Twitter. I
It's
love
like,
and hate Twitter so much. Twitter's just like, it's an abusive relationship sometimes.
yeah, I just want to put it down.
Yeah, it's like a family dog, but worse because it comes back as the plague.
Yeah.
It'll never fucking die.
Yeah. And God, I also hated the fucking game devs that were commenting about it, like,
Oh god, yeah.
about like how this is blowing it out of proportion of the leak, and like it. Well, yes, people honestly shouldn't be able to see this because it brings expectations to the players about certain things that the development can't do. Especially if the leak is something like a source code, they have to fucking change everything.
Oh yeah.
Because that thing can fucking ruin everything, especially if it has any multiplayer component to it.
Unless it's
but it's like they were fucking but the game devs on Twitter were crying about fucking how this is a travesty and other shit. It's like, fuck off. It's just a fucking presentation.
It's speaking of source code, a while ago TF2, like some of TF2's code got leaked. Literally nothing fucking happened because it's source, it's spaghetti. But I think my favorite interaction, and like I follow a couple game developers on Twitter just because like with I follow the Marauders Twitter, like the Tarkov Twitter, just to see like, hey, there's an update coming out, this is what's gonna happen. I think my favorite thing, and this wasn't with either of those two, but there was like somebody as a developer saying, oh, this isn't how the game would have been made. They wouldn't be focusing on this and that and the other thing. I don't remember what the exact context of the conversation was, but it was saying like, oh, you wouldn't finish this before this. I think it was you wouldn't finish movement before visuals. Visuals would be the first thing they would add, or first things they would finish. And then literally the entirety of like AAA game developer Twitter ratioed this single person. It was amazing because it was just like a whole bunch of like accredited game devs and like actual like games on their main Twitter accounts just shit talking this person. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's like, as fucking an amateur game fucking dev person myself, it's like I want to make sure the game feels right before before any visuals come into play. It's like everything's a fucking placeholder before.
Oh yeah.
To make sure that the game mechanics are working correctly, movement is working right. Any problems that comes from this shit hammered out. There we go.
Yeah.
And
it is
yeah.
It's the inverse Star Citizen.
Yeah, it's like visuals is probably the last kind of thing. It's like, well, yeah, you have your idea of what the visuals is going to be, what the atmosphere, what you're trying to go for your game, because if you don't, then why are you fucking making a game? But yeah, well, actually, I shouldn't be asking that because people make games with fucking
money.
Yeah, especially
Clout.
mobile. Yeah.
Unity asset flip moment. Yeah, it's one of those.
But some of those can be good.
No.
Yeah, not a lot of them are.
No Unity asset flip can be very good, in my opinion.
Well, if they don't put work into it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Most don't.
Yeah, no, they don't.
I'll admit this. I'm fucking stupid when it comes to coding. I don't know how to code that well. I know the base. I can wrap my head around the basics of HTML and CSS. That's it, and JavaScript. A little bit of Arduino here and there, because I still fuck around with Arduinos. But like, I don't understand a goddamn lick of C++ or CSS or C in general. I'm good at modeling.
Yeah.
Obviously. I'm good at modeling. I know how to texture. So in high school, we had a class called software engineering, which essentially was, don't throw a fucking cup at me, you goddamn hooligan. Fuck you. Oh, you just made me move a Google Doc, you son of a bitch. But we had a course called software engineering where it was literally the entire thing, your entire project for the entire class was you were making a game. That's it.
What?
Yeah, it was literally a game making course. But and this is one thing I think our teacher did really well with our curriculum, Mind you, I have some complaints about this teacher, which we can probably talk about on a later episode. Me spilling some tea. But it was very hands-off. Like, the teacher didn't teach anything. The teacher had expectations on what had to be done and gave you an outline on what you were being graded on. But the entire premise of, at least the year I did the class, was, okay, if you have an idea for a game, you get to pitch it to the entire class. That was the concept of this class. And if you had a good idea, the class got to vote on it. If you had a bad idea, the class got to vote on it. So one of my good friends and I, like, we basically, at least for my year, we had essentially 3 projects. I did a little bit of work on all 3 of them, but mainly focused on one, as I was essentially at that point a freelance modeler and texturer. So I would have these people come to me and say, hey, I need this thing done. If I give you a concept, can you make it? It's like, yeah, I can. But the way the class was done was the people who were originally pitching the ideas for the games became the project leads, and they had to decide how their hierarchy for their game, essentially game company, was going to work. So at least for the one I mainly worked on, the one with my good friends, is my friend was the project manager and the lead developer. He then had one of my other friends as the secondary developers, with a couple other people essentially doing freelance. He had one person as the lead modeler, and then the lead modeler basically had free reign over the essentially contract modelers as well. So it was one of those, you actually get to play to your strengths. Well, it was a fun class. It's what got me started on learning Blender, and what got me started onto modeling as well, and also a little bit of VR tech, because at that time, at least my headset, the Oculus Rift CV1 was out. The original Vive was out, the mixed reality headsets were out, but it was like still pretty new, pretty bare bones, which was fun. It was fun to work with. It was also one of those, my school had money.
Yeah. That sounds great.
Yeah, so, goddamn chair. For context, my school was literally in the middle of like a small township, and we had a lot of like, it was mainly a sport-focused school, and like a tech industry, like auto and woodworking focused school, I would say. Obviously we had like business classes, math, English, sciences, whatever the fuck. But the main, we obviously had like smaller computer labs in like our library, and like some of the other buildings around, or some of the other classes around the school were labs. But the main like tech lab was literally sponsored by AMD.
Oh my gosh. So
we had like custom built computers with full GPUs, full CPUs, good RAM, good drives. We had, I don't know what the school has now, but we literally had a Vive for our class. We had 8 Windows mixed reality Samsung Odyssey headsets. The classroom over had 2 3D printers, a CNC, I think it was actually, no, it might have just been mainly 3D printers. I know we did have a CNC in the school, I think. But it was pretty funny. Canadian schooling moment.
I only got a laptop in high school.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, but the high school was literally a wing that was attached to an elementary school.
Oh, it was one of those.
But no, it was a borrowed wing.
Oof.
That they didn't actually finish building the school until I left from that high school to go to Florida.
My high school was built from the ground up. Yeah. So mine was actively like a new building. I think it was like built in like 2006, like still pretty new. But this is one thing I love telling is the school I went to for high school was designed by a prison architect, quite literally. Like, that isn't a joke. There was always one thing funny is
it's weird.
Yeah, we had an area we called the gallery, which was essentially our cafeteria. It's where like obviously our like lunch tables were. It was like the main hub, obviously, but it's also where our like main stage was for the theater nerds. I was one of them. But our gallery had really, really large like windows at the top of it that let a lot of sunlight in, and there was automatic shutters that would like that the custodians and the school admin could like open and close. The funny thing was there was catwalks, obviously, so you could service those shutters and blinds. They quite literally look like they are for a prison for like guards to walk on. It was not fun. It was, yeah. Was high school a good experience for you, Nox? Did you enjoy high school?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, that's great.
The last couple of years, I was kind of like, I don't give a shit. Actually, I started not giving shit in 8th grade. I stopped doing a lot of schoolwork that I got in trouble with.
You want to know what I got in high school?
Yeah.
Depression. That's how I found out I am a goddamn fragile ball.
Yeah, it's like the second high school that I went to, I got a fucking award, like a STEM award, even though I'm like, I fucking almost failed like quite a lot of classes.
Oh, I think I almost.
Well, I think those were certain classes that like I didn't care.
Yeah.
It was like there was this one class that was like a life improvement kind of thing, you know, like 12 rules for life or whatever business kind of bullshit.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah, it's one of those classes. I really fucking did not like it. It's like they showed off like The Secret, that book that is like that fucking book that just says believe in yourself.
Oh, that one. God.
Just believe that you have this thing.
Don't let your dreams be dreamed.
Yeah, but he did preference that if you don't actually work towards it and just believing it, you're not gonna get that shit.
Yeah.
So at least there's that. But that teacher got in trouble after I left, after I graduated.
Hell yeah.
Certain relationships.
Splendid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's just hearsay. I don't know. I don't talk to that teacher at all.
That's
I don't
probably
talk to
a good
anyone
thing.
teachers after I graduated or left schools.
Yeah.
I don't even talk to my friends. It's like.
Oh, I do.
I literally only talked to one person after months of not saying anything to them because I was gonna. I asked them to be a reference for the military.
I still talk to a lot of my like good friends from high school. We have an entire Discord. One of my fucking mods, my 1 out of 2 mods is one of my IRL friends. Like Spub, one of the guys I play War Thunder with on stream occasionally. It's one of my IRL friends. Tronic is one of my IRL friends. Like we still talk, we still hang out. When I sold my car the other day, I was going to one of my high school friends, like one of my good friends.
I need to set up a hangout with my IRL friends.
See, we just made a Discord in high school, and we've all just stayed talking.
It's like one of the ones that I actually really like talking to and stuff.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's like he doesn't use Discord.
Fair enough.
So, and then he recently moved. It's like I could have walked to his house. We lived in I lived only a couple blocks away, but he moved farther away from me.
Oof.
So, yeah.
Swamp country moment.
Shut up. It's not a swamp. At least not the area I'm in.
I don't know what fucking area you are in Florida. The only like places I've been in Florida is Destin.
I'm gonna dox myself.
Don't dox yourself. The only places I've been in Florida is Destin, Orlando, Tampa, and Miami. That's the only places I've been to in Florida. And Sarasota. I have been to Sarasota. It's like pretty much like underneath Tampa. It's where the what's the name of a there's like a protected not national.
I think maybe Everglades.
Yes, the Everglades.
It is Everglades. Okay.
It's by the Everglades.
That place is huge.
I went canoeing in the Everglades once on a vacation. It was really cool.
Yeah, I really wanted to set up a family thing. It's like my family's been quote unquote meaning to, which means we'll get to it eventually.
Eventually. Hell
Probably not. It's like because my mom's allergic to the sun.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so she can't stay outside for very long.
Huh, interesting.
I don't know how she dealt with it in the army.
Vampire. Is this why you're a skeleton?
I'm not making a comment.
Chat. We figured out Nox lore. It's like how I became a cat boy by eating asbestos.
Oh my gosh.
We love lore. We love my lore.
Yeah.
Convoluted nightmare.
The Schizo War.
What was the original lore? I think the original lore that chat used to explain, because you know how I have the bloom on my avatar when I'm in VC phase? I think the original lore from that is I was trapped in a Russian nuclear submarine and got radiation poisoning. so that's why I glow. I live in people's walls and eat the asbestos, and eventually I turn into a cat boy. How does that make any sense?
Yeah.
This is why I haven't gotten
Sure.
a new model fucking yet. Explaining that to like somebody I would be commissioning would be a nightmare.
Oh yeah, definitely. Not like what I plan to have.
Yours makes more sense than mine.
Yeah.
Literally.
Because it's literally my Discord name, the skeleton thing persona that I've been going for
Yeah.
fucking 10 plus years now, and then some other shit.
Tater, my father says he loves my lore. So I got that going for me. I love how Tater is also now part of my lore.
He's your father.
Yeah, which makes no sense in the context of everybody.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Tater is my father, which makes Rye technically my stepsister. Which makes my association Whiskey and Sleepy my stepsisters. It makes no sense.
No, it doesn't. None
But it's
at all.
funny how you glow due to critical mass of femboy energy. I don't know. Anyways, thank you for joining us on this episode of Wohcast. The scuffed beginnings. Wanna thank the lovely skeleton man Nox for joining me today. Nox does have a YouTube. It's Nox the Last. It's the same as everything.
Yeah,
That's
everything is
it.
Nox last. Don't look at my Twitter.
Don't look at Nox's Twitter. It's a mistake. As for me, I am your host for today. I want to thank y'all for stopping by, hanging out with us. Appreciate it. That was pretty fun. That was a successful first episode, I would say. But anyways, thank you all for joining us today on the first episode of a Wohcast. A Wohcast is going to be going up at least mostly every Tuesday at around this time, 8 p.m. EST. If you want to get notified for episodes of Wohcast, feel free to sub to me on YouTube. That is where the cut down VODs are going to be posted. As well, you hit ! Discord in my Twitch chat, just like my lovely mod has actually done. You can join my Discord. That is where my stream announcements will be. As well, there is a channel in there for the archived, edited down versions of the Wohcast. Thank you all for watching, and have a lovely rest of your evening.